Hello, once again, welcome to another weekly review for this the month of September and for this particular week. So we'll be looking at the Euro USD and let's see what we should be expecting for the dollar pairs. All right. So looking at this from the daily time frame, we could see that the market was going bullish, taking out this high. All right. Then the market uh, trade downwards, breaking this um, lower high, lower low, break this lower low, and right now we are actually sitting on this other block right here. So what are we going to expect? I'll be looking for this low to be taken, and then this equal low that I aligned for some time now, where the market was here but it went higher. Alright, and then right now I will be bearish on the dollar for the month of September. I'll be bearish on the dollar for the month of September. So I want this low to be taken and this low. Alright, so once this low is taken and then this low is also taken, then we shall see if we can have some retracement back to this area right here, this particular area, and then see if we can get down to this fair value gap around this area. So that's what I'll be looking for this particular month. All right, so let's look at from the 4-hour time frame. Therefore you can see that we're actually bearish. We are bearish now. We have this low again to be taken, and we have this particular low to be taken, and then we shall see if we can have some sensitivity around this particular other block right here to see if we can take the trade higher. All right, to this area for us to see some selling, or we could just from here trade lower after taking out this low, trade lower, fill up this void. All right, now we have something right here. This will be for a longer time frame if at all this gives way. If it fill up this void, this gap, then we should be likely going to see price trading up below this low. All right, so with that, let's take a look at what we have for the euro. Let me take this off. Okay, so for the euro, we have this equal this high. We have this high. So the market did not actually came to take out this high. All right, so we'll still be looking for the bullishness of the euro. We have this this high right here, this liquidity zone right here that still needs to be taken. So I want this market to actually trade higher, taking out this high and then taking out this high. Then we'll see if we can get down to filling of this fair value gap. Alright, so I'll be bullish for the currency pair. So let's take a look from the forward perspective, and really a nice run. Alright, so we could see it get trading down right here, maybe coming to this particular other block. Alright, but for me, I will actually want it to actually come taking out this low and then finding some support around this little fair value gap right here. Alright, for me to take it higher, I would prefer it than this other block, but take note that we might also come to this particular other block, or even this clean low might actually sweep lower, taking out this low. But I would love it to show sensitivity around this particular area for me to take it higher. Okay, all right, so that's it for this. So let's take a look at GBP USD. For this okay, so we still have these equal highs right here to be taken. So the market traded lower, all right, and then we see it coming higher. So we actually want these highs to be taken. Then we'll see if we can get to, if we still maintain the bullishness, that means if the dollar still continues to be bearish, then we'll see this equal highs taken again. So but for now, the immediate one is this equal highs right here. So from the far perspective, what can we see? Okay, so we might see trade lower, right? Finish this um void, this gap right here. Trade lower, finish this gap right here, and then see it sending price higher. Alright, or it could come to this particular order block right here. So we can look for places for us to trade higher. So particularly this particular point, I want to see some sensitivity to take price higher from that place, and then we'll see all these highs run out. Okay, so that was it for the GBP USD. So I'll be bullish on this as well. Okay, and next is let's look for gold. What can we see on gold? And still the same, we'll still be bullish on gold. I love this. We'll be bullish on gold. Price can take out this high, come back to this other block right here for us to see it going higher. We have these highs to be taken, this particular void to be filled, then we have these highs to be taken. But first of all, we'll actually look for what sensitivity we can have on this particular other block. So but for now, these highs are going to be taken. All right, so once the price drop down to this particular other block, we will see it trading maybe to this particular point right here. All right, so yes, from the far, what can we see from the far? Okay, so we can actually see price we drop a little bit to this particular point, and then seeing it go higher. Then after taking out this side, then we can see it roll over to take out all this high again, then first see it go higher. So basically, this is what I would love to see price do. Right, so taking out those high, and then alright, so let me check from the daily if I can. Okay, so this is what I'll be expecting, and then we can see it just trade higher from this particular point. Alright, so we can trade higher from that point. So that's what I'll be expecting for the gold. And then let's see the SAR US rates. Okay, yeah, so the USDs are alright. So this, of course, we are going to be bearish following the dollar. Alright, so and we want to see this low taking. Alright, we want to see all this low taking, then maybe we can see some retracements to this other block, and then we see it go lower, alright, to this particular point. So we are going to be also bearish on this particular point. I don't want to see it taking out this low and then traded back, creating a wick. So if you create a wick, then we might actually see price going to this particular area right here, this indecision candle right here, before maybe coming down. But I just want to see it trade with intensity, just trade lower, close below it, and then continue going down. So that's what I would like to see for this particular pair. Alright, so yep, We can also see the lows right here. This low can be attacked, this low can be attacked as well. And then let's see, we can see the price trade, maybe retrace to this particular order block and then drop lower again, continue. So I don't want to see it breach this high. If it breach this high, then we might actually get to maybe fill up this gap right there. All right, so taking out these highs and then fill up this gap right there before going lower. But I don't want that. I want to see a situation whereby we just trade up a little bit and then roll over. So that's what I want to see. Okay, so that's it. And that's what we're going to be looking at for this week. All right, so we'll wait for the market to trade as usual to see what hand is going to give us, and then we will follow what the market will give us. So though we have biases, but we don't force our biases. We actually wait to see what the market is trying to do, and then once it follows our biases, great, then we know how to follow up. But once it does not follow our biases, then we know when to change hand. Okay, so just like this one we just did, if it comes here and trade above this, not just we cut like this, no, we don't want to trade and close above this, then of course we'll be looking for this pair to go higher. But for now, we are going to follow the bearish tendency. Okay, alright, so have a great trading day, trading week ahead of you. Okay, bye.